Let us revise a few points. To write the expression y, we need to consider ones at the output in SOP, and in POS, we need to consider zeros. Okay. In SOP, product terms we need to take, and in the input variables, 0 means complement and 1 means uncomplement. But whereas in POS, to write the expression at the output, we need to consider zeros. At the input variables, 0 indicates uncomplement, 1 indicates complement in the POS. And we have also discussed about standard SOP and standard POS, in which two methods we have seen. Let us solve some practice problems and also previous gate problems to get the full concept on this SOP and POS. This is very important this time expected question on this SOP and POS. Let us start. Some expression is given: A B bar plus A C bar plus A B D bar. So actually this is not in standard SOP. So we need to convert into SOP, standard SOP. So four options are given. Okay. So there are two methods. The first one, wherever variable is missing, we need to take A plus A bar. If B is missing, B plus B bar. That is one method. And secondly, missing variables, we need to take hyphen, and combinations we have to take. Follow the second method. In the given expression, there are four variables A, B, C, D. So in the first minterm, two variables are missing. So take hyphen here. And in the second minterm, B and D are missing. So take it as hyphen. And here also in the third minterm, C is missing. So AB means 1, 1, D bar means 0, and C is missing. That's why take hyphen. Now for this, take the combinations. 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. And this one take as it is. And for these two, take 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, and 1, 1. Remaining 1, 0 take as it is. Right? And here also for this, and what are the combinations? 0 and 1. Take 1, 1, 0 as same. Okay. Now write the minterms. This is 1, 0, 0, 0 indicates M8, 1, 0, 0, 1, 9, that is M9, 1, 0, 1, 0, M10, M11. Here 1, 0, 0, M8, M9, M12, and M13. Here 1, 1, 0, 0 means M12. 1, 1, 1, 0 means M14. Now if you observe all the minterms, what are the minterms that are repeated? See here M8, M9, and here also M8, M9. So these two are repeated. No need to take. Repeated. M8, M9, M10, M11. This one. And 12, 13. 12, 13. And here see here M12 also repeated here. See here M12. So no need to take here. So 14. So now if you write the minterms, 8 means 1, 0, 0, 0. That means A, B bar, C bar, D bar. 9 means 1, 0, 0, 1. A, B bar, C bar, D. Like that. 13 means, okay, 1, 1, 0, 1. That means A, B, C bar, D. This is 13. And 14 means 1, 1, 1, 0. That means A, B, C, D bar. A, B, C, D bar. This is 14. So like that, all the minterms we can write. So this is a standard SOP where all the minterms consist of all the variables. Some expression is given AB plus ACD. Here also four variables are there: A, B, C, D. In the first minterm, A, B are there, C and D are missing. Here in the second midterm, ACD, here B is missing. Take this expression. Here the first midterm, this C and D are missing, and AB is 1 1 because uncomplement. Okay, here ACD B is missing, so take hyphen here. For these two, okay, take the combinations 0 0 0 1 1 0 1 1, and these two take as it is. Now coming to this one, for this you take combination 0 1, and the remaining 1 1 1 you take as it is. Okay, now write the min terms. This 1 1 0 0 indicates M12, 1 1 0 1 M13, 1 1 1 0 M14, 1 1 1 1 M15. Here 1 0 1 1 that is M11, 1 1 1 1 that is M15. If you observe all the min terms, this is M15 is there, here M15, this is repeated. So that's why no need to consider this one. All the min terms which are not repeated, that is sigma M of 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 11 means 1 0 1 1. That means A B bar C D. A B bar C D. 12 means 1 1 0 0. That means A B C bar D bar. Write this one. And 13 means 1 1 0 1. So A B C bar D. So this one. And 14 means 1 1 1 0. That means A B C D bar. This is A B C D bar. And 15 means all ones. That means A B C D. So this is A B C D. Option B is correct. A function f is given having three variables x, y, z. This is a function. This expression is given, that is standard SOP. SOP form is given. We need to convert into POS. What is the formula here to convert? So in SOP, in a given truth table, consider ones. In POS, to write the expression, we need to consider zeros. That is the only formula we need to remember here. Then we can easily convert. Let me repeat. In SOP, in a given truth table, consider ones. To write the same expression in POS, just consider 0 and write max terms. Here, max terms we need to write. Here, we need to write min terms. Okay, let us see. Write the truth table for the given SOP expression. X bar, Y, Z bar. That means 0, 1, 0. See, 0, 1, 0, you write 1 here. Second min term, X, Y bar, Z bar. That means this is 1, 0, 0. That means here you write 1. And the third min term, X, Y, Z bar. That means 1, 1, 0. You write 1 here. The last min term, X, Y, Z. That means 1, 1, 1. For this 1, 1, 1, you write once. This is the given expression Y in SOP form. So consider ones. Now the remaining you put 0, 0 and 0, 0. Now the same expression in the POS, how you can write? Consider zeros and write the max term. That's all. Now for this 0, what is the max term? So in the input variables, what is our concept? 0 indicates uncomplement, 1 indicates complement for the POS. So this sum term, how we can write? This 0, 0, 0 means, okay, X plus Y plus Z. So actually, you need to write instead of ABC, this is X, Y, Z, right? X, Y, Z, because he has given in the terms of X, Y, Z, right? Okay, right. So this is the first max term. So write X plus Y plus Z. And next 0. What is the sum term here? 0, 0, 1. That means X plus Y plus this 1 indicates a complement. That's why Z bar. So Write this one, x plus y plus z bar. Now go to this 0. Now what is the sum term? 0 1 1. 0 indicates uncomplement, 1 indicates complement in the POS. So x plus y bar plus z bar. So x plus y bar plus z bar, this one. And the last 0, what is the sum term here? 1 0 1. That means x bar plus y plus z bar. So this is the last term, x bar plus y plus z bar, this. So this is the option A is correct here. So what is the conclusion here? So he has given in SOP form. Now write the truth table considering ones. So you have to mention 1 1 1 1, and the remaining you put 0 0 0 0. Now the POS form, how you can write? Consider zeros and write the max term, that's all. In this way we can convert a given SOP form into POS form. Yeah, observe this example. Yeah, product of sums in which it is not standard POS. Now we need to convert this into standard POS. You can follow the second method. The first term B is missing, in the second term C is missing, that's all. So first write the given expression. If you observe the first product term, B is missing. So that's why take hyphen here. And remaining A bar means it is 1, C means it is 0. Because in POS, 0 indicates uncomplement, 1 indicates complement. And here in the second max term, C is missing, that's why take hyphen. In the third max term, all the variables are present, that's why take as it is. A means 0, B bar 1, C bar 1. Now for this hyphen you take combinations, and the remaining 1 0 take as it is. For this hyphen take combination 0 and 1, and this 0 1 take as it is. And for this max term, there is no variable is missing, that's why let it be 0 1 1. Now write the max terms. M4 1 0 0 means M4, 1 1 0 means M6, and 0 1 0 means M2, 0 1 1 that is M3. Here 0 1 1 once again M3. If you observe all the max terms, this M3 is repeated. So that's why no need to take this one. So take all the remaining which are not repeated, that is 2 3 4 6. So 2 3 4 6, pi capital M of. Okay, now write the POS expression. 2 means 0 1 0, that means A plus B bar plus C, this one. 3 means 0 1 1, that means A plus B bar plus C bar, this one. And 4 means 1 0 0, that means A bar plus B plus C, this one. And lastly 6, that means 1 1 0, that means sometime is A bar plus B bar plus C, this one. So if you observe, option A is correct. In this way we can easily convert the given expression into standard POS. Observe this problem. This is asked in GATE 2015 for 2 marks. A function is given where 3 variables x, y, z are there. Okay, f of x, y, z, m of 1 2 5 6 7 is given the function. Here it is SOP form. Small m indicates what? SOP. Now which one of the product of sums given below is equal to the function f of x, y, z? That means the given SOP we need to convert into POS form. Now what is our concept? So take the truth table. So for the given min terms, you write all ones. In the truth table, the remaining one, you write 0, 0, 0 and write the expression for 0 for the product of sums. That's all. So let us see. So the given SOP, you write the truth table. So 1, 2, 5, 6, 7 min terms. So 1, 2, 5, 6, 7. You just write instead of ABC here X, Y, Z because the given input variables are X, Y, Z. Right. So now this is the given SOP form 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Now to convert the same expression Y, we can write in POS by considering zeros. The remaining 3 are zeros. Now just write the max terms for these zeros so that we can get the POS form. That's all. Very simple. For the POS form, take the sum terms in combinations for all y equal to 0 output. So consider zeros at the output to write the POS form. So pi capital M of 0, 3, 4. This is 0, 3, 4. That's all. For this 0, that means 0, 0, 0. That means x plus y plus z. This is the first term, first max term. 3. That means for this 0, 0, 1, 1. That means x plus y bar plus z bar. This is the second one. And the last 0, that is 1, 0, 0. That means x bar plus y plus z. So this is the third term. So here option B is correct. So in this way, we can simply convert the given SOP into POS. Okay. What is the conclusion here? Whatever the given min terms, you write 1, 1, 1 like this. And the remaining boxes you fill with zeros and write the expression for Y for the max terms considering zeros. That's all, very easy. Yeah, this problem asked in GATE 2018 for 1 mark, where SOP form is given A bar, B bar, C bar plus A bar, B, C bar plus A, B bar, C bar. And we need to convert into POS form. So try this by pausing the video and try to solve on your own and go to the solution. So the given expression is this one. Write the truth table by considering ones because this is the SOP form. So this is 0, 0, 0, this is 1. The second term 0, 1, 0. That is second min term. The third min term is 1, 0, 0. That means this one. Now fill all the remaining in the output expression 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Now the same expression Y can be written in POS by considering zeros at the output and write the max term. That's all. Okay. Pi capital M of, this is 1, 3, 5, 6, 7. So this one. Now just write the max term. That's all. 1 means 0, 0, 1. That means A plus B plus C bar. This is A plus B plus C bar because 0 indicates that uncomplement, 1 indicates that complement. And next 0, this one. 0, 1, 1. A plus B bar plus C bar. This one. For this 0, 1, 0, 1. That is A bar plus B plus C bar. This one. And for the next 0, 1, 1, 0. That means A bar plus B bar plus C. This one. And last 0, 1, 1, 1. That means A bar plus B bar plus C bar. So here option C is correct. As a conclusion, for the output expression, to write the expression for Y in terms of SOP, consider ones and write the min terms. Same output, if you want in POS form, then consider zeros at the output and write the max terms. That's all. Very easy. This question asked for GATE 2020 in the latest year, computer science, for 2 marks. So consider the Boolean function Z, where 3 variables A, B, C are present. A logic diagram is given. Which one of the following minterm lists represents the circuit given above? So just write the expression for Z and convert into standard SOP. You will find the minterms. So if you observe this logic diagram, this OR gate is there. The input is directly A. Here, what is the input of this other OR gate? Here for the NOT gate, it is B bar. Here it is C. What is the output of AND gate here? B bar to C. So Z equal to, this is just A plus B bar C. A plus B bar C. Now this is SOP form, but not standard SOP. How we can get standard SOP so that we'll find all the minterms here. So convert this SOP into standard SOP by any one method, so that we'll get the option. Given expression is A plus B bar C. Here B, C are missing. Total 3 variables are there. Here B, C are missing. So these two, hyphen, hyphen. Here A is missing. That's why this is hyphen and 0, 1. 0, 1 means this is B bar 0 and C, that is 1, because it is SOP form, where 0 indicates complement, 1 indicates uncomplement. Now the second step, for these two hyphens, take all the combinations 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, and this one let it be as it is. For this hyphen, take the combination 0, 1. This 0, 1, let it be same 0, 1, 0, 1, right? Now write the minterms. 1, 0, 0 means M4, 1, 0, 1 means M5, 1, 1, 0 is M6, and 1, 1, 1 it is M7. And here also 0, 0, 1 means M1, and 1, 0, 1 means M5. So if you observe all these minterms, this M5 is repeated, hence no need to consider, because we know A plus A equal to A. Now the remaining, all the minterms which are not repeated, you write SSOP equal to sigma small m of 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, this one. So hence option B is correct. This question asked in GATE 2019 for 2 marks for the computer science people. If you observe this problem, consider 3 4 variable functions, f1, f2 and f3. 4 variables may be, okay, A, B, C, D, let us take, or W, X, Y, Z you can take. So 3 functions are there. Each one consists of 4 variables, which are expressed in SOP, sum of minterms. F1 is given, that is 0, 2, 5, 8, 14. F2 is given 2, 3, 6, 8, 14, 15, all the minterms. And F3 is 2, 7, 11, 14, like that. All the minterms are there for the 3 functions. For the following circuit with one AND gate and one XOR gate, the output function F can be expressed as. So F1, F2, the functions are given to AND gate, and F3 is given to XOR gate other terminal. Now we need to find out F. There are 4 variables, that's why minterms 0 to 15 will be there. 0 to 15, because 4 variables. Okay. And given F1 is 0, 2, 5, 8, 14. The 0, 2, 5, 8, 14. The remaining all zeros. These are the minterms, because he has given SOP, sum of minterms, right? What is F2? 2, 3, 6, 8, 14, 15. F2 is 2, 3, 6, 8, 14, 15, right? And what is F3 is given? 2, 7, 11, 14. 2, 7, 11 and 14, right? These are the given functions f1, f2, f3 min terms, right? Now first f1 and f2 AND operation we need to do. So f1 f2, how we can get AND operation? This f1 f2 both ones, that term becomes 1 here, because 1 into 0 0, 0 into 0 0, 1 into 1, yeah, this is 1. Okay, so to get 1 here, both the functions should be 1. AND operation 1 into 1 1. The remaining all zeros, and observe here, this is 1 1, this becomes 1 because AND operation, and remaining all zeros, and observe this one, this 1 into 1 becomes 1. So this is f1 f2, this is f1 f2 already came. For this f1 f2 and f3 XOR operation we have to do. That means for f3 and f1 f2 XOR operation we need to do. f1 f2 XOR with f3. So what is the XOR operation? When both inputs are different, output is 1. That means these are all same. Check out here, these two are different, that's why this is 1. And check out this one, both the inputs are different, XOR operation is 1. And for this also it is 1, and that's all. So 1 1 1, that means 7 8 and 11. So option A is correct. Let me tell you one shortcut method. Given f1 is this one and f2 is this one, and how we can find f1 f2? See, AND operation here 2 and 2, so that's why we need to take 2. The 0 we should not take because 0 is not present. Okay, the min terms which are exist in both functions we need to take in the f1 f2, that is AND operation. Consider this 8 8, both are there, that's why this is 8. And here you also take this 14 14 which are repeated, this comma 14. So 2 8 14 is the f1 f2. Here also see 2 8 14, that's all. That is AND operation. That means conclusion here is AND operation which are repeated 2 2 8 8 14 14, because 1 into 1, that is 1. So this is f1 f2 2 8 14. Now what is f3? f3 equals sigma of 2 7 11 and 14, right? So for these two XOR operation, XOR operation is what? Both inputs should be different. So here 2 2 same, we should not take. So this 8 8 is not present. Observe here 7 7 is not present here, so we need to consider this 7. 8 8 is not present here, we need to consider 8. This 11 is not appear here, this f1 f2, that's why we need to consider 11. This 14 is repeated here 1 1, that is same, we should not consider 14. So final answer is 7 8 11. What is the conclusion here? XOR operation, the min term should be different. Okay, because we know when both are different the output is 1. So in that way we can write f equal to f1 f2 XOR with f3, that is sigma of 7 8 11. So the answer is option A is correct, sigma m of 7 8 11. This is asked in GATE 2008 for computer science for 1 mark. Okay, a logic diagram is given where f1 f2 are the two functions given at the input of AND gate, and function f3 is given in one of the input of OR gate. F is the output function. Okay, so in the problem he has given f1 and f3 and also f. Now we need to find out the function f2, that is one of the input of the AND gate we need to find out. Yeah, this is the logic diagram he has given. The given inputs are, see, this is f1 equal to sigma m of 4 5 6 7 8 is given, and also he has given that is f3 sigma m of 1 6 15, and the output also given sigma m of 1, 6, 8, 15. Now we need to find out f2. So f2 options are a b c d, four options given. Let us take the first option, sigma m of 4 comma 6. So let us find out whether this option is correct or not. So if you take the first option here, what is the output of AND gate? In the given minterms, both should be present. So 4 and 6, they are present. That's why here sigma m of 4 comma 6. What is the output of OR gate? In the OR gate, all minterms should be present. So here 4 should be present. But in the given output, the 4 is not there. That's why this option is wrong. Let us take the second option, sigma m of 4 comma 8. So what is the output of AND gate? So 4 and 8 both should be present. That's why the output of AND gate is sigma m of 4 comma 8. Now whether this output is matching this one, let us check out. So 4 should be present. So 4 is not there. Our operation is all the minterms should be present. So 4 is not there. That's why this option is also not correct. So B option is incorrect. Now let us check option C. Whether option C is correct or not, let us check. Sigma m of 6 comma 8. So what is the output of AND gate? 6 is present in both, 8 is present in both. So the output of AND gate is sigma m of 6 comma 8. Now check whether the output is matching or not. 6 is present, okay. 8 is also present. 1, 6, 15 is also present. So this option is correct. So option C is correct. In that way, we can able to find out the correct option. In the next lecture, we're going to see the concept of K-maps and previous gate problems and practice problems. Thank you, friends.